Hi, today we will talk about projects, task management, and who has access to tasks and projects. First, let's log into the system using the main admin account. To begin, let's go to the calendar with the user's tasks. To do that, just put your mouse over the home menu and choose Calendar Works. As an administrator, we can see the users and we can set up tasks to projects that they are and aren't assigned to. Only an administrator can set up tasks here, or alternatively, a client can set up tasks as a report through review. In that case, the task will be created inside of a specific project that will be assigned to its PM. So let's go to the list of all projects. You will find it in Project Manage. The list contains information about the projects, so the name, the description of the project's manager, and all other kinds of information. They all appear for every user, so the administrator, employee, and client can see the same information on this list of projects. The list has some options, such as changing the number of rows on the page, changing the view. We can also sort by the columns, names, managers, the assigned employees, and progress. We also have the option to search that lets us find projects on our projects list. There is, however, one difference between the users, that is, clients and employees, and this is that they have fewer options here. I will try to show this now. I will log into a client's account. And after logging in, we can see that there are two buttons here next to the project, the tasks and review buttons. Tasks will take us to the tasks, there's no surprise. And review lets us explore the project and report corrections, errors, or insights to the mockups, modules of the projects. Now I will switch to an employee account. And as an employee, I have access to three buttons. Those are Tasks, Review, and Design, because an employee can make changes to the drawn projects just like an administrator. The differences between the specific account roles are visible here. An employee and a client can see the system project after logging into their dashboard, but they cannot set up tasks from here. They can only view the tasks, enter a task. They cannot go into the system project because they simply don't have access. The calendar lets us add tasks and view the tasks backward and forward. We also have different flags such as unread, closed, and hidden. Unread only shows the tasks that haven't been read. The closed flag only shows the tasks that have been closed. And hidden adds hidden tasks to the regular tasks. So here you can see a hidden task.
Zadanie hidden task.
After I uncheck the flag, the task disappears. We can also set up a task right here. For example, we can set up a task for Don John. In the project simple form, we drag the project here to the 8th, for example, and we set up the task. We enter the name of the task, the start and end date, the progress status, and the description. We can also choose the type, error or new. Alternatively, we can change the project if we chose the wrong one. And here you can see the user that we chose, Don John. To create the task, we click Save. If we want to get rid of it, we click Cancel. The calendar has a few additional functions. For example, when we are viewing a different month, we can just click Today and it will bring us to the current month and highlight the current day. We can change the view from a month view to a week or day view. Then our tasks are presented in a different way. To create a new project, we need to go to the list of our projects. To do that, we go to the Project menu and select Manage, and press the New Project button. While creating a project, we enter the name, the description, we choose a color which will be visible in our dashboard, in the calendar. We select the planned start and end dates of the project and choose the employees. I have chosen our designer and the client. In our case, the project manager is the administrator. Now we select the category. They correspond to the categories on the ux2app.com website. Once published, the project will be visible in these categories. Additionally, I have added an icon to the project. You need to know that sometimes a prompt will show up, informing you that you have reached the limit of available projects and you can't create any more of them. So to continue, you will have to upgrade your account to a higher package. There's also a possibility of having a wrong project name. Project titles can't include any alphanumeric or special characters. If we decide that all the information is correct, we click Submit, which will create our project. The new project has been added to the project list. We have to remember that a system project doesn't have options like Design, Review, Delete, Gallery, and Generate. It is a system project that we can use for tasks between the employees, for example when it comes to vacation or other matters, like for instance a sick leave, etc. In our projects we can create tasks. We assign the tasks to specific users, but every user can see all the tasks in a given project. I will show you how to set up a task for a user right here. So from the project management view, we will go to the projects again. I will choose a project and we will set up a task for a user. So we go to the tasks and we click Add Task. After creating a task, it appears on the list in a given project, the project that we created it in, and the user that we assigned to this task will see it on their list. And we'll also get a notification here in the top right corner, where the bell icon is. We have those tasks that are assigned to John Donne and William Joshua, so let's see how it looks for one of those users after logging into the dashboard and going into Calendar Works. Once we log into Don John's account, we can see the task that we created. We, as the user and employee, can see the system notifications for 2 tasks because that's how many we set up. We can go to the task and we can have a conversation with our PM. In this case, it is our administrator. Our employee and the administrator can see all the tabs, so the inside comments, comments with the client, and time record registration. A client can only see the tab for the client, and only the comments that we add there. The client can also reply and have a conversation. It is useful for bringing attention to things that we need to adjust or for any additional insights. A client or a user can click the task. They can go to the task as I showed before, but they can also add a quick comment, and in this case the employee can also enter the amount of time that they spent on the task. They can change the progress and the status. A client can only write a comment and change the status. To submit the comment, we click Save. We have to remember that adding a task with the hidden flag checked will only allow the administrator to see it, so any other user, an employee or a client won't see it on their dashboard, even though they are assigned here. Only the administrator will be able to see it by clicking the flag that shows hidden tasks. On the project list, there are a few options for searching and viewing the tasks. We can search the comments of the task. We can show tasks with unread messages. We can show closed tasks and we can show hidden tasks as well. We can change the view of our list. To do that, we click Change View. We can change the number of rows. To do that, we choose a number from the show list. Let's go to the task again to discuss the conversation with the client in detail. Once we enter a task, we can see the whole conversation. I am logged into the admin account, the main account. So here in the middle we can see the conversation between us and the client. On the left side there are all the internal comments, and on the right side we can find the time records registered by our employee. And only we can see it, the client has no access to it. We have 3 tabs here, and each one corresponds to each column above. So here are the inside comments. This tab represents the client comments section. And the last one is linked with the comments inside of the last column, where we or our employee register the time records. We can add comments here. We can plan the workload here inside, right? And we can add attachments here. And we can send a message to the client. We can also enter the estimated time required to complete the task that the client can accept or reject. We can also attach a file here, like some documentation or a demonstrative screenshot. The last tab is for registering time records. It is for making inside records, so for us as the admin or our employee, it will be visible here in the last column. We can add attachments here. We can add a comment, enter the time, change the progress and the status. So look, I will enter a test message now, because I want to show you one more option. I will, for example, message test everywhere. I don't have to send it everywhere, but I will. So what was that about? Next to each message you can see a timer. It informs us that during that period we can delete the message that we've just sent. It can be very useful, for example, if we send a message to a client that they weren't supposed to see, but they would have gotten otherwise. So we can quickly delete it and then type it into the right tab and add it into our system again, to the task that we are in. Now I have logged into the client's account, and as you can see, the client can only view the messages that have been sent in the client's tab. Here you can see the planned time that we proposed earlier, and the client can accept or reject it now. And once it's accepted, we get this kind of green light that the client accepted the cost for 8 hours of work that we will need to complete this task. On our admin account we will see this accepted badge next to the time, and we will get a system notification that the time has been accepted. The client also gets the option to remove a comment, same as an employee, because everyone can make a mistake. So to prevent that, after adding a comment, the client can see the red X button that they can use to delete the wrong comment. I think that's about it when it comes to projects and tasks, but now we will move to another important feature, and that is the project planner. On the left side of the project planner, you can find the system projects and the projects that you have created. There's also a search option, which will allow you to quickly find a project. Once you choose a project on the left side, all the tasks assigned to the users will show up. In the central part, there's the calendar with all the tasks. They all have colors that are assigned to specific users. If more than one user is assigned to it, it will appear as black, like here for example. New form has 2 users assigned to it, so that's why its color is black. If a task is assigned only to one user, it will inherit the color of the user. In the calendar we can change the months. We can click today, which will bring us back to the current date. We can change the view to a week and a day. Which shows us all the tasks that have an unread message. closed, so it only shows the closed tasks. And selecting the hidden filter will let us see all the hidden tasks, which only an administrator can see. We can also assign a user to a project here. Well, in this case, other test has all the users assigned to it. So let's switch to simple form, for example. And you can see that Joshua William is not assigned to this project. All we have to do is grab him and drag him up. And right now, Joshua William is assigned to the project. We can also create a task for Joshua right here. So let's drag him from the right side onto a date in the calendar. And we can create the task. You can see that William Joshua is selected on the left. Let's change the type to new and save the changes. And just like that, we have created a task in the simple form project for Joshua William. We can also edit the task by clicking it. We can change the name, date, the employee if we made a mistake. We can change the progress, status, description, project and the type of the task. We can also go to the task. We can delete it right here, or cancel all the changes that we've just made and close this window. So to go to the task, we click the green button, and that takes us to the task, where we can find all the free tabs, so the insight comments, client comments, and time records registration. I think that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next presentations. Bye!